Well, Vig, a lot happened around the NFL this week, and we're really kind of learning, after week 5 now, who the winners are, who the losers, which of the dream teams are falling apart, and the unexpecteds are doing well. A couple games caught my eye this week.
Pigskin Roundup.
Pigskin Roundup. Here we go. Week 5. You guys know I'm very high on the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
And I'm very happy that they defeated the dream team, Philadelphia Eagles, this season, to drop the Eagles to a paltry 1-4 record.
Bills
4-1. Look at that. I mean, who would have thought that?
Very symmetrical.
Really, very symmetrical. If you had said before the season, after week 5, Bills will be 4-1, Eagles will be 1-4, I'd have given you 25-1 odds. No one would have taken that. So very high on the Bills. Love to see them keep winning. It's too bad they don't get to win this week when they play the Giants. The other team that I love watching, and if you watch Fitz and Vig, you know that I love the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are now 5-0, undefeated, and beat up on the Chicago Bears. And it was a game that wasn't even close. It was this
great seeing Cutler get his butt whipped.
Was the Sunday primetime game. Wasn't close. Bears scored a couple garbage points at the end to make it, bring it within 2 scores. But really, just wasn't
overwhelmed with the line.
Overwhelmed. The Bears got beat up. Dominican Sues are out there kicking butt. Stafford's coming into his own as a great quarterback. The Lions are a legit team. Really, if you're looking past them, you're missing out. That's my kind of big highlights from week 5.
Comeback wins also, a couple lucky comeback wins, but to go 5-0, you have to have a couple bounces go your way.
You do, and that's the NFL with parity being the ruler. And I'm looking down the road. I'm looking to Thanksgiving Day. I'm looking to the matchup of 10-0 teams when they take on the Green Bay Packers. So it's going to be great. That's what I'm seeing here in week after week 5.
I just want to bring up a letdown team besides Philly. What about the Falcons? Remember, the Falcons have been an up-and-coming team.
They won 13 games last year.
13 games last year. Really were looking to get up into that well-accepted elite level.
Right.
Not just they're doing great, but can they win the playoffs? They were looking to take that next step towards the Green Bay Packer level, the New England level of this year, not necessarily New England of the dominant.
No, but they were expected this year to be a deep into the playoffs team, challenge for the Super Bowl. They were expected that, and really just so far not performing.
2-3. I will say they lost last week to the team that everyone loses to. Right. The Packers 5-0.
5-0. So it was a home game. Just going to throw that out there. It was a home game for the Falcons.
Still played the NFL, the defending champions, plus a team that really just looks poised to continue greatness.
Right.
But to your point, if you're going to beat the Packers, it's going to be a home game. Mm-hmm. You're probably not going to go to Lambeau in December as a dome team and beat the Packers.
Right.
So disappointed by the Falcons. Matty Light, right? Matt Ryan was supposed to be the next big thing.
It was.
A couple of pundits picked him to be kind of the next in line Hall of Famer.
Sure.
Pundits from ESPN this weekend were talking about next elite quarterbacks. Because right now we are really in the next, what it looks like, the next golden era of quarterbacks.
Sure.
Right? Guys like Stafford and Matt Ryan, and if you want to throw Sanchez in there, I don't. So anyways, a little disappointed in the Falcons. I thought they would take that next step to going from 13 wins to maybe another 13 wins, but a legit force in the playoffs.
Right. I would say so. They're pretty let down. Not that I'm a Falcons fan. I probably would have preferred them to beat the Packers, though, just to kind of bring everybody a little closer together. So that's a letdown. And I think there's somebody else that's a big letdown for you that you want to talk about, too. The New York Jets. Yes.
Jets. Jets. Jets right now. 2-3.
Under 500.
Lost last week to
the Patriots. Our nemesis. Their nemesis, just as much.
No shame in losing to the Pats. Mm-hmm. No doubt. It was in New England. The game wasn't even really as close to the final score.
It was not.
I never felt as though, even when the Jets were within 1 score in the first half, I never felt as though the Jets had a legitimate chance of winning the game.
Right.
Because it just felt like New England was winning the field position battle. It felt like New England was kind of 1 first down away from putting the game away, even in the first half.
Sure.
And when in the first half, when the Jets were within 1 score, and they get a sack on the quarterback on second down. It was like 4 minutes to go in the first half. They put Brady in a 3rd and 15 position at his own 15-yard line or so. 20-yard pass, first down.
Conversion.
Turned it to a touchdown, 2 scores going into halftime.
You know, you're right, and the Jets have a lot of trouble going on right now. Really, I think it's on the offensive side of the ball is more so than the defense. You know, here's the thing with the Jets, and the Rex Ryan specifically. They're saying, look, we're a ground and pound, kill them on the ground team, you know, and we're going to give the ball to Sean Green 30 times a game. First off, you're not giving the ball to him. He's going to fumble it. And you want to say you're a ground and pound team. Your best playmakers are wide receivers. You have your Santonio Moss, Santonio Holmes, Plaxico Burress. Your best players is this new guy, Curley, who's been incredible, lights out, electric player. Your best players are your wide receivers. Why are you a ground and pound team? Is it because you don't have the trust in Sanchez?
Yes.
Is it an offensive coordinator? I mean, it's
like,
and you know what? It is Sanchez, I think. But you know, a lot of the players, the Holmes, has complained about Schottenheimer, their offensive coordinator. So you know what? I think the Jets, as good as they are and as talented as they are really searching for an identity right now.
Okay, so I'm going to say 2 things. Totally agree with you. 2 things to that point. I'm going to say they're not a passing team. Sanchez is not the kind of quarterback to run a pass offense. He's a good complementary player,
Sure.
right? For a run-oriented offense. But not only are they not a good passing team, but for how many years in a row, the pass rush is absolutely killing us. How are we going to be a dominant football team without a above-average pass rush, let alone a below-average pass rush? We have to blitz in order to get any pressure.
Right, you're right. And if there's one thing that the Giants Super Bowl a couple years ago showed us, is the way to beat the Patriots is with the pass rush.
That's right.
You know, if you can do it from your front four,
Not
you're
with
good.
blitzes,
Right,
front four.
exactly. Because the Jets do have a strong secondary. You know, Revis and Cromartie back there can hold their own, even though Cromartie's kind of weak. Did you see that one play where Ben-Jarvis Greenallis turns the corner and Cromartie kind of gives him a little shoulder? You know, weak. He's not a tackler, but he is a good cover guy. So what I'm saying with that is that their linebackers are solid, but the offensive line just isn't giving us this pass rush. And you know, you're not going to be better than I hate to say, you know, another 8-8 season for the Jets, and if they can make the playoffs, hold your breath the way it looks right now.
Yeah, and you got a tougher schedule because you had a good season last year.
Right.
You got a good record, so you get a tougher schedule this year. No pass rush. You've lost your identity on offense. That equals 2-3, regardless of who you're playing. From my perspective, give me a prediction. Do you see Jets as a playoff team in 2011?
Yeah, I mean, the AFC hasn't really shaken out the way the NFC has so far. There's not many undefeated teams. The Chargers are a little better this year than people thought early after the season. The Raiders as well.
And Chargers usually start off slow.
Right, but all of a sudden, you know, I think they're 4-1 right now. You know, the Chiefs playoff team from last year disappeared, gone.
Yeah.
So you know what? There is room for the Jets to make it into the playoffs at 9-7 or 10-6. Do I see them getting there? Oh, I mean, I'm going to go with the heart, not the gut.
Okay.
And the heart's going to tell me yes, they'll squeeze in as a wild card.
2-3 to go 10-6. That means you'd have to go 8-3.
Yes.
From this point on, we've seen the Jets go 8-3
Sure.
before. So I don't want to hedge my bets and not make a call. I have to say that I don't see them as a playoff team right now because of these 2 combinations. The fact that they've lost their identity offensively and then their pass rush is non-existent. So I'll go for now. No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess we'll find out in about 3 months.
Yeah, check out in a couple of weeks. We'll see. If they're 4-3 and they're dominating, they're steamrolling the ball, and David Tomlinson, you check back with us.